Hi Pisces, it's Tuesday. I'm going to do your read. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It is general, so cannot resonate for everyone. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I do give away free readings randomly to subscribers through the comments. So if you're new, I hope you will hit like, share, subscribe. If you're not new, I hope you will leave a comment. And what else? As you know, it can't resonate for everyone because it's general, you know. If it doesn't, check your other signs, but it's very unlikely that a reading not only cannot resonate for anyone, but that every detail or every part of it will resonate for even just one person. Okay. And roles can be reversed. They can intermingle, flip-flop around. You know that. What else? There was something else I wanted to tell you guys. Oh, I'm looking into, I'm looking into pendulums. So, if you guys are readers or you have any knowledge about pendulums, I'd love you to share that with me. I guess that's it. Okay, let's get started. I'm whispering because the rest of my house is asleep, and I'm going to keep it that way. Okay, let's get started. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Current energy, Six of Swords. Aren't these pretty? They're gold. They have like gold foil. Six of Swords. So moving away from a situation. That's what's on your mind. Crossing it. Queen of Pentacles. So looks like it's for stability. Okay, a lot of I played with some cards a few nights ago for you guys, and I got a lot of mental anguish, a lot of it's almost like self-torture, just going round and round with everything that's wrong. And there was a lack of focusing on what's right, not only what's right, but releasing things that we can't control. Like, you know, if there's a lot of fear in the world right now, if you feel like you have to control it, you're kind of it's a losing battle. You can't control it, you know. So there was a whole lot of energy about on just being in a vicious mental cycle of thinking about what's wrong and what to do, and just so much fear. Knight of Pentacles. So at the heart of the matter, or the root. Knight of Pentacles. Recent past, Page of Wands, communication, Page of Swords. On your mind, Page of Swords. Could be spying, you know, could be communication. Page of Swords is somebody who is wanting all the information. So that would make sense with what I just said. In the upcoming is the Magician in reverse. So that's either a false mask or it's not manifesting. The Magician in the upright is all about having all the tools you need, Aries energy, but being able to manifest. So there's a strong energy about you guys not manifesting, just all based on, you know, too much fear and anxiety. How you view the situation, Seven of Cups, confusion. Nine of Swords, outside influences. Nine of Swords, you know, again, mental anguish. So same energy I was getting the other night. Knight of Swords, deep in your emotions. It could be an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have a lot of swords. It does look like you're thinking about an air sign. Outcome. So same as in the energy I was picking up the other day. There's a positive outcome. In fact, I think it was that exact same outcome. Six of Wands. It's you know, which is victory and success. But it's like, how do we get you there? You know, I mean, I believe the message is going to be letting go of fear. Three of Swords, bottom of the deck. Pain, heartache, anguish. Two of Swords. If you keep going. King of Swords. Major mental energy. All right, so let's look at this deeper. Let me shuffle a couple times. Okay, what is this Six of Swords in Current energy, moving away from. Four of Cups. That's deep in thought. Again, deep in thought, maybe a missed opportunity, maybe a disinterest. Let's get another one on that. Four of Cups, please. Pisces. Wow, I hope y'all saw that. Eight of Cups. So Eight of Cups, you know, is leaving leaving a situation, you know, because it's not that there wasn't a lot of love here, that there's not a lot of love here, but realizing that it's not serving you, so it needs to be, you know, cut out, released. Full card. So the full card at the bottom of the deck when that Eight of Cups came out is, the full card is about releasing, you know, all the baggage, starting anew. The Fool, he travels light, takes new chance, he takes chances, he leaps off, you know, he just lets go of everything. Aries energy again. Some of you have, there's some probably an Aries, either has strong Aries in their chart, or there's an Aries is significant somehow. All right, moving on. What's the Queen of Pentacles? It's all about stability. You're needing to move away from something and gain your stability. I kind of feel like it's mental anguish. King of Pentacles. So there's a marriage here, it looks like. Priestess, Pisces energy. So it's about knowing, inner knowing about needing to leave a situation. For some of you, it could be a strong relationship or marriage, but for a lot of you, I still feel like there's a lot of mental anguish here that you're just going to have to find a way to let go of. What's this King of Pentacles? Oh, sorry, Knight of Pentacles in the recent past. I mean, clarifying the Queen of Pentacles, we got the King of Pentacles. That's, you know, Earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. One more. Ten of Wands. It's at the root of the matter. There's a whole lot of burden, carrying a very heavy burden. At the bottom of the deck, Ten of Swords, painful ending. Okay, let's look at the Page of Wands. Page of Wands, that's all about communication. The Tower. So communication led to a tower moment. The tower is where everything comes crumbling down. Now, towers aren't necessarily a bad thing, you know, because a tower, either the universe will cause a tower. In this situation, it might have been communication that caused a tower. But the good thing about towers is something that's not stable or built on a firm foundation comes crumbling down. The good thing is that it forces us to rebuild. Okay, let's get another one on that tower. Two of Wands was at the bottom of the deck, which is about a decision, choosing which way to go. One more on that tower, please. Two of Wands again. So a minute ago it came up in the upright. Now it's in the reverse. So it's not making a decision. Whoops. Four of Wands. Looks like we're dealing with a soulmate or a relationship. Let's go to the Page of Swords. That's someone who's inquisitive. Also, you know, keeping tabs on someone, spying maybe. The Hermit, Virgo energy, and the Swords again. So, yeah, I think something with that Ten of Swords keeps coming up. There's been a painful ending. And now it looks like instead of communicating, we're at a standstill. There's not communication, but there's watching. So even though you or they have pulled back and gone within to reflect, there's a lot of watching. Page of Swords is, you know, he's kind of the sneaky spy guy, either drives by your house. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is someone who has a whole lot of love, feels a lot of love, shows a lot of love. She's emotionally stable. But that's not being manifested. Why? Let's find out why. Five of Cups, because you're focusing on the bad. You're focusing on the spilled cups. There's a lot of there's a strong message here about mental anguish, and it's almost self-sabotaging. You know, if you guys think you can control things that you can't control, you're just hurting yourself. You know, at some point you have to go, okay, this is what's happening. This is where we are. I'm going to focus on, only focus on things that I can do. Get yourself busy with house projects or books or meditating. But somehow we got to shift your energy from focusing on this, on the past, and on what's not right in the world. Why do I feel like I need to pull this up? 4 of Wands again. That's, you know, twin flame, soulmate. 7 of Cups, please. This is how you view the situation. Justice, Libra energy, fairness. I like that. You want fairness. Bottom of the deck is Temperance. It's all about restoring balance. So these are very similar. Restoring balance, fairness. Those cards are very, you know, mirroring. It's also patience. What's the 9 of Swords, please? Hidden factors, behind the scenes, outside influences. Again, not the outside influences is your mind focusing on fear. But let's get a clarifying on it. 9 of Wands. You know, 9 of Wands is wounded warrior. He's wounded, but he's not giving up. So you guys are, again, focusing on 3 of Swords. The negative. Oh, I feel like I need to pull that. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. 8 of Pentacles is working hard. I feel like this is your mental anguish. Gosh, look at that. Again, 4 of Wands. So strong message here. So your mental anguish is, it looks like preventing you from focusing on your work and what you need to be focusing on. No, 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 Pisces. No, no, no. You've got to stay focused on things you can control. Okay. Because, why? We have a good outcome. We have victory and success for your outcome. And that 4 of Wands keeps coming up. So if this is about a relationship, it looks like it's gonna come around. Queen of Swords. That's all about, you know, truth. She'll cut you out if you're not honest. Oh, I forgot to look at the bottom of the deck. Darn it. Queen of Swords, please. Queen of Swords and 6 of Cups. You have victory with an air sign, or that's who you're dealing with. Queen of Swords is also Libra. Could be Gemini, Aquarius. 2 of Cups and 2 of Pentacles. Again, soulmate energy. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. 5 of Cups again. Oh, this is all. I mean, I think we have our message. Our message is that your mind is not allowing you to, you know, it's keeping you from being happy. Let's go a little further. Which is odd because you guys just came out of your season, still actually in your season. Why is there so much fear? Ace of Pentacles, stable new beginning. Ace of Cups, see? You guys have a happy ending here, a reunion, and it's going to be stable. What else for Pisces? Please. The Hierophant and 5 of Wands. The Hierophant is maybe counseling. Maybe there should be some counseling going on. There's some bickering, conflict. The Lovers and Page of Cups. Communication coming in. Maybe it needs to be on your part. But you're going to have it. Communication is going to come in. We have a lot of pages. 5 of Pentacles. Out in the cold. The Devil. feeling tied and bound to. Again, I just feel like there's so much energy. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but there's so much energy. You're focused on the bad. So you guys really need to shift that energy into, I'm going to pull a romance angel, but you guys really need to shift that energy into, focus on things you love. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. I feel like there's such a strong message that you could be attracting what you don't want, more of what you don't want. Sometimes you just got to ask yourself and say, I have to make a strong decision not to do this anymore. Four Swords. I need to make a strong decision to heal and to communicate. Let's look at, let's do some romance angels real quick. Kind of crazy. I pulled some cards on you guys a few nights ago, and it was the same energy. Now, I got busy. I was just actually doing some detox. And so I was just laying in bed doing it, but look at that. Free yourself. It's time to take control of your life. Exactly. So that's what's going on. And then at the bottom of the deck we have, this is the romance of a lifetime. You guys, you have a good outcome, but you're going to have to try and, monitor your thoughts. We had that Four of Wands come up over and over. Here's your outcome. Victory and success. We also had the Six of Cups. So that's that. You guys just need to work on your thoughts, monitor your thoughts, okay? And that's your read, Pisces. Okay, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys soon. Love you guys. Bye, Pisces.